Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry.
The mark of the beast is a chip. It creates a boil on your hand, and it will happen. I'm telling you, I saw it. Whenever I was in tribulation with the Lord, people were trying to fake this little chip, and it's a lot like Neurolink. If you know what I'm talking about, go Google Neurolink. It's like messes with your brain. Okay? When the people get the chip, the mark of the beast, it creates an alternate personality. It alters your personality. It makes you calm. It sends out endorphins to your brain to make you calm. I'm trying to
like lithium.
I don't know if this chip exists yet, but it was very, very small. And with the instantaneously, when you get this chip, your body reacts to it. And I try to warn you all that people will seek death and they will not be able to find it. Because when you try to do anything to harm yourself, okay, in any way, or harm anybody else, it sends a signal to your brain somehow and calms you down. It makes it where you are like on dopamine and it's like all happy, but they're like zombies. They're not there in their eyes. And I warned everybody that they will use the drones by the thousands, searching the whole area always to see if your chip communicates to the drones in the sky. This will take place. And if you do not have a chip, whenever they scan your body and you are basically without one, they send the authorities to come and find you, and the drone stays on you with all kinds of technology like infrared and all kinds. You can't run. You can't get away from it, okay? So it hovers over and it flies around and follows you the whole time until the authorities find you to give you the chip. Or you get your head off, and they don't even give you a chance. You either take the mark or you're done, okay?
Shalom. First and foremost, like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadosh. Double honors, the eels and apostles, a great millstone, who are teaching this truth in sincerity. And shout out to Akim out there on the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. Rakah the Yahweh, Rakah the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadosh, Rakatam. So, I'm sure you've heard of the drug called lithium. There's a drug, and also lithium is what batteries are made of. Well, when dealing with the MOTB, you know it's a battery. It's a lithium battery, just like the electric cars are. So what it does is it releases energy into your hand or in your forehead, right? And that pretty much, though, that's what gives you the calming. Hey, that's a deep look into it, but indeed. And they've been putting lithium in the water for years to calm you down, you know, to make you more docile. But, you know, taking the MOTB, well, this is just another part of it. You know, why you cannot be forgiven for doing it. And like everything else, though, World Health Organization declares monkey butt international public health emergency. It's clear that international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives. The fucking WHO doctor, Tito's, Tito's, whatever the fuck he is, fucking asshole, you could say that, but monkey butt has been declared an emergency as this goes into.
The emergency committee met and advised me
this guy's a fucking liar.
The situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice. The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of mpox in eastern DRC,
which is by sodomy.
Its detection in countries that had not previously reported mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying.
Because you got too many homosexuals running the planet,
of other clades of mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
So there you have it. Monkey butt. Worldwide health emergency. UK man arrested for social media posts containing anti-establishment rhetoric. Oh shit. Didn't I just say something anti-disestablishment, right? I mean, hey, they're going to come after the prophets. You can see that in the writing. BBC reports that 40-year-old man had been arrested and criminally charged with social media posts that contained anti-establishment rhetoric. For saying something against the fucking government. Don't speak against them, the people in power. O'Rourke was arrested Sunday in connection with posts made from social media account, according to the fucking police. 40-year-old man appeared in court charged with publishing written material online to stir up racial hatred. Oh no. Oh no, not anti-Shemitic. Oh wait, this is just anti-Muslim, right? See, like everything else though, Amalekites not only get you with the one, but they want you to also, get caught up in Islamophobia, which is something else that they're trying to go after, what you can and can't say, right? So, they're causing a lot of Islamophobia, and they're deliberately doing it.
We've seen some jaw-dropping prison sentences being handed out in the UK in response to last week's riots, but this one really goes beyond the pale. 51-year-old Lee Joseph Dunn will spend the next 2 months behind bars for 3 Facebook posts. Now, what did he say? Must have been pretty bad, right? Did he call for violence, attacks on migrant hotels? From Whitehaven News, this is what he was imprisoned for. Dunn had posted 3 separate images. The first one showed a group of men, Asian in appearance, at Egremont Crab Fair 2025 with the caption, "Coming to a town near you." The second also showed a group of men, Asian in appearance, leaving a boat onto Whitehaven Beach. This, said Mr. Shelley, had the caption, "When it's on your turf, then what?" The final image showed a group of men, again Asian in appearance, wielding knives in front of the Palace of Westminster. There was also a crying white child in a Union flag t-shirt. This was also captioned with the wording, "Coming to a town near you." Controversial, offensive, maybe, but literal prison time for words which didn't even contain any call for violence. Is this actually who they're emptying the prisons of real criminals to make space for? People who post "coming to a town near you" on Facebook. Cumbria Police had confirmed before the hearing that Dunn had been charged with posting offensive and racially aggravated content online. You're truly telling me that this is the bar now? It's so low they're going to have to start building entire new prisons just to process all the thought criminals. To emphasise, Dunn seemingly didn't even attend any of the protests. He wasn't involved in any rioting. Legal buffs may also question why he immediately pled guilty, when even under the UK's draconian hate speech laws he would have stood a good chance of fighting the charges. Since Dunn's sentence was reduced by 1/3 as a result of his guilty plea, you wonder how much more time he'd have spent behind bars if he'd have contested the charges and still been found guilty. Lest we forget that Brits are now being told that if they merely observe a riot, or just happen to be unfortunate to be in the general vicinity of where one's happening, they too will face a knock on the door and criminal charges. As well as if they post inaccurate information online. We've truly entered a new dark age. And as Matteo Salvini asks today, how long before any and all criticisms of the consequences of mass migration is outlawed entirely?
So there you have it. That's what's happening. So you see how soon they'll be coming after the prophets. Now this is taking place in UK, but eventually, it'll come to Babylon, because that's daughter Babylon. Alright, now another brother is breaking all down what's happening with Monkey Butt and the social security number hack. So we're just going to switch over to his video here, because he does an excellent breakdown.
Shalom, Laha Al-Ayin. Peace to the gods. Abathan, Kal, Layimla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Macha, Wadash, giving all praises to Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Tabernacle of David, the Bayath, the water, predestined spirits of election. This is your brother Tazapanya. In transit, morning meditation before the plantation. Lord willing, I don't want to desire, this is edifying unto the hopeful elect. So as you can see in the topic of the video, the monkey business was declared by the Hudat to be a global emergency. Right? And all Babylonian social security numbers got cyber hacked. So I was just going to break that down spiritually of the type of time that we in right now. The first thing that comes to my head, I'm going to roughly paraphrase, I don't have the sword in front of me right now. But it says, roughly, I think it's in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, I might be mistaken. But the devil come not but to kill, steal, and destroy, man. And the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right, the Edomites, all right, those that are the sons of Esau, all right, who proclaim falsely themselves as Caucasians or the white race. Okay, they're the devil, and we see that is what they do pursuant to Malachi 1 through 4, that they're the board of wickedness. All they want to do is still noticing the cyber attack with the social security numbers, kill with this monkey business, you know what I'm saying, destroy. So starting off with the monkey business, man, right? So the first one was only sexually transmitted. Now they saying this one is not sexually transmitted, and it has a higher death rate or whatever it may be. We all know that we heard about Bill Gates saying this one didn't catch their attention, but the next one will. So we're really waiting on which one, is going to do what he predicted, planned he going to do. Hey, Shalom, man. Y'all must be able to alright. So we over here like, how's this thing going to play out? Because we know that the MOTB has to be pushed. We know draconian measures is coming. We know that the devil, so-called white man, is going to come down with great wrath, because eventually we let their own Edomites, their own tongue fall upon themselves. Esau would tell on Esau that Esau orchestrated all this shit, but we know on a higher level, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is working on their minds on the left-hand side to construct and allow these things to happen, so that what? So that the kingdom of Yahweh can be established, because this kingdom has to fall, prophecies have passed, so on and so forth, right? So they saying in Central Africa, some next strain or whatever, new strain, it's always some new strain, right? And it's just funny that they calling it the monkey business, and then it comes out of Africa. I don't think that's a coincidence, but they're saying not too long until it. I don't have a case, so it's kind of just on in my catch. But so yeah, man. This place is through pestilence. What does it say that he's going to? I think this is all over the Bible, but there was a specific scripture. I think it's 2nd Ezra, either 15 and 16, how he will add or increase widowhood, poverty, pestilence, famine, in the land, roughly paraphrasing. So any type of pestilence is from the Lord Khan, just like the full blown, like when you get into damn, I need to put this on D&D. Alright. Yeah, man, they construct all this, like when you read the Behold the Pale Horse, an Edomite lets you know that they specifically wanted to target blacks, Hispanics, and Batiman with that disease, man. And then, but see, Romans 1 talks about that, what is it? He'll give them over unto their own, devices, so to speak. And, roughly paraphrasing here, since they did things unto their own kind that seemed, uncomely, basically is going to kill them. So all this is really of their own doing, of the judgment of the Lord, because they wanted to do something crazy. Because, I've never seen nobody with no monkey business, but, and however you look at it, with the Crown Vicky, you didn't seen things, everybody didn't seen things dealing with that. So it's like, how are you declaring something? But, that's why we to be watchmen, but not to be, we're supposed to be aware of Satan's devices so they don't get taken advantage of us, man. It's like completely pestilence is going to increase on a whole nother level. We'll see if this is it. But then I wanted to talk about the cyber attack with the social security numbers, man. It's lucky. So you got this cyber attack. They don't say who it is, right? But supposedly some 7.6 billion, I don't know, worth it. data. I don't know what value they have towards a gig or something, but have been breached, hacked, whatever. So who knows what's going to come into play of how things is done regarding your personal information. Maybe that just gives them the Hegelian dialectic to which they cause that problem. To come out with a digital ID with your true records on it to prove you are who you are. Because remember, a social security number is a proof of identity. You know, take that to your job, you take it to certain places, so on and so forth. So, because that, where was it at? Was it Australia or in England or something? Where they're basically pushing people for that digital ID now and all that. So, like, there's so much news everywhere trying to hold it all in at the same time, especially it's early in the morning. I need to wake my ass up. But yeah, man, like, you know, this thing is gonna come quickly down the pipeline. Everybody knows it's in that air, man. You know, what is it? It's August now. August is damn near almost done, halfway there. When we hit to that September, October, November, December, 4 months, you know, and then 3 months until this selection period of the elite for coverage with Babylon, you know, all shit about to, you know, break loose, man. Economy-wise, shit going over there in the Middle East, in West Asia, so-called Middle East. So, Salakia, man. We just gotta, you know, be fully aware. So I'll end off on that note. I don't want to make this too long. What is it? Redeeming the times. Be circumspect. Walk circumspectly. Redeeming the times because the days are evil, man. So we shouldn't be moving wanton. You shouldn't be a busybody. You know, the only business that your body should be a part of is really doing this work. You know, rendering unto Caesar what is Caesar's, but constantly keeping aware to make sure that you're safe in the times that we're coming into. This is why saying in the scriptures is so deep. If the Lord is supping with you, with that, you know, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, wisdom, knowledge shall be the stability of our times. The times that we're in right now and coming into is a time that never happened before. Jacob's trouble, we're coming into. So I'm gonna leave it at that. More looking forward to see what's going on, right? And we will continue to pray, you know, because notice Yahushua said watch and pray. You see, so it's kind of symbiotic, right? Because you know what to pray for if you watch it, you know? Like, you know, when the apostles was like, you know, throw curses up to Babylon every morning, I bet you it's because they watch it and, you know, to see that this place is all out wicked and we want a place where dwelleth righteousness. Because, you know, we're sighing and crying for all the abominations, you know, done amongst our people, you know, and amongst in Babylon. So we praying, we petitioning, we're begging the Most High. All right, to do what he said he's going to do, which we know he's going to do it, you know, all according to his time as well. You know, but there's a parable on that. What is it? With the woman who's constantly annoying the judge, like the worldly carnal judge. You know, wasn't just or something to that effect. And the judge eventually said, let me deal with this woman. What's this woman want? She keep going. Let me give her what she wants. You know? So, if the Most High is just, how much more if his chosen, Lord willing to be of that number, constantly begging him to bring this place down? You know? He's going to do it. And he's going to do it quickly. Remember, it says that for the elect's sake, the Lord was, you know, shorting the days, roughly paraphrasing. So it's for nobody else but those that was with him from the foundation of the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? That he's listening to. He that turneth his ear away from the Lord, even his prayer is abomination. Because you have turned your ear to Yahushua. Okay? Remember it said, this is my son, hear ye him. It's my beloved son. Yeah, and the elect is the only ones that listen to him. All right, because when you go into the word law, I mean, yeah, it's translated to Torah or Torah, but synonymous is teaching. And we are disciples, disciplinaries, pupils of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so, you know, our law is the law of Mashayah. Even though we're not under the punishment of the law, you know, through animal sacrifice, so to speak. We're under grace right now. We're using that time to get back to learn more of the Heavenly Father and His Son, which are completely two different entities. Since you got it out there now, that so much heresy is going on, but it's all prophesied. Heresy is going on, just a bunch of nonsense. You know, but we're going to continue to defend the gospel and teach the correct doctrine, Lord willing, if the Lord doesn't take the spirit away from us, Psalm 51. Right? So like I said, I ain't going to make this too long, but, you know, we got to watch out for this monkey business to see how they're going to spin that. You know, maybe nothing comes out of the Social Security number cyber attack, but, you know, we'll see with that too. Alright, so Lord willing, I was edifying to the elect, brought the hour, brought the Shy. You know, on to the next one.
And so, like everything else, though, that's what we do, is we break it all down. Now, this is also going on. Iran tried to hack Trump and Biden-Harris campaigns. Well, it's like I was saying earlier today at camp, man, just that, yeah, man, they, instead of saying Russia hacked, now they're saying Iran hacked, right? Because it's always been about a war with Iran. The tech giant said it disrupted a phishing operation by a hacking unit linked to Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. I mean, now it's naming the entire unit, right? Iranian hackers tried to target both the Republican and Democratic presidential elections campaigns earlier this summer, Google claimed. The company says the attack was part of a larger email phishing operation, which involves sending deceptive messages to targets in bid to steal personal information or hack their accounts. Well, you know, that's bullshit. You know, they're always full of shit. But that's what they want you to believe. An intricate fabric of bad actors working hand in hand, so is war inevitable. And of course, this is talking about, you know, Lisa Flock drawing everyone in. For years now, the answer in every situation, Russiagate, COVID, Ukraine, has been more censorship, more silencing, more division, more scapegoating. It's almost as if these are goals in themselves, and the cascade of emergencies mere excuses for them. Hate is along the way. So, pretty much so. You can see that this Zionist, this Amalekite, is the one that's really behind a lot of shit. Candidate Harris told hecklers on Wednesday, chanting about genocide in Gaza, to pipe down unless they want Trump to win. Tribal norms must not be challenged even for genocide. So, like everything else, oh, to say anything bad about the Zionist, you must be anti-Shemitic, right? Zelensky gave initial order for Nord Stream attack. And this is coming out of the Wall Street Journal, by the way. Paper claims CIA pressured Ukraine leader to withdraw permission to target the key pipelines in 2022. Zelensky approved the Ukrainian plan to sabotage the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines before trying to call off the operation under U.S. pressure. But it was too late to do so, the Wall Street Journal has reported, citing people allegedly involved in the plot. We know that America was directly behind it as well, even though Biden's trying to get himself off the slap on the wrist and just throw it all on Zelensky. No, the U.S. played its role too. As you can see, though, that they'll sell anyone under the bus. IRGC advisor martyred in following injuries in U.S.-led airstrike at Syria. Did you hear that there was an airstrike at Syria this week? I sure didn't, but yeah. Terrorist attack against Syria by the U.S. A military advisor of the Aerospace Division of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps has been martyred from injuries in recent airstrike in Syria by the U.S.-led occupation. Afari was seriously wounded in airstrike by the aggressive occupation forces between July 22nd and August 5 in Syria, General Soleimani said. Okay, so that was between July 22 and August 5, but nonetheless, though, you know, they are martyring him because obviously he's got sustainable injuries. Israeli state and the U.S. frequently target military positions inside Syria, especially those of resistance fighters who play a key role in helping the Syrian army fight against the foreign-backed terrorists. Their attacks on Syrian civilian and military infrastructure have grown intensely since Israeli state lighted its bloody war in the sieged Gaza Strip on October 7. So like everything else, though, you know, there's continued attacks against Syria. Wounded Palestinians shot dead following drone strike in West Bank. Israeli forces shot at point blank 3 Palestinians, including a 17-year-old boy who had been severely injured in the earlier drone strike in the northern occupied West Bank. So, you know, this is just something that they regularly do, you know, because they're good at it. You know, killing has always been their business, and they've gotten to be pretty good at it. After all, there's no international coalition to come and strip Israeli state of its weapons of warfare. No, they're going to arm them. You know, not like what they've done with Iraq. No, they're going to continue to arm them, right? And they're going to go after people they don't want, like Bashar al-Assad or Saddam Hussein, right? They're going to go after them to, you know, dismantle their country. Nobody's going to dismantle the Israeli state. The Israeli state's going to draw everyone in. Backed by U.S., Israeli state committing crimes against humanity. Iran Foreign Ministry spokes. Iran says the terrorist and racist Israeli regime is fully responsible by the U.S. and its Western allies in committing crimes against humanity for several decades. Well, yeah, ever since the Zionist occupation in 1948 really happened. He added that the Israeli state killed 40,000 innocent Palestinian people, injuring some 15,000, and injured more than 100,000 people in the Gaza Strip during its 10-month war. Since the beginning of the war in Gaza in October, thousands of Palestinians have been also missing under the rubble, Iranian spokesperson noted. The American government says it's committed to defending the Israeli state in the face of terrorists. So we know who the real terrorists are. But they have the audacity to call the Israeli state terrorist, right? I mean the Islamic State, which they created Islamic State, by the way. ISIS is nothing more than a coup. And it was a coup set up by Esau Edom. So, as you know, though, that it's getting closer and World War III will break out. Actually, I'll just get back to the very beginning of this, which really has to do with Revelation 14, because we already know the war is coming. But we also like to get into the penalty for taking the MOTB. You know, because the third woe is coming, it's coming quickly. Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. And there followed an angel saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, the great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And this is talking about when it's going to fall by the sword, which is the nuclear warheads. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, get down with Esau and take the MOTB, and receive his mark and his forehead or in his hand, the implantable micro C-hip, which is going to reprogram you. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is the third woe that cometh quickly, nuclear war. And shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, which they call UFOs, and in the presence of the Lamb, which is going to be on the biggest ship of them all. And like everything else, though, they will be cast alive in this lake of fire, as verse 11 gets into. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Again, that's being cast alive in that lake of fire and being tormented by the pain of death. But you don't get to die. You won't be able to die. So hopefully this has been edifying. For that I want to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Wa Abab Babal. Brakathum, Jehovah Elect, Shalom.